Hi guys, Ian here, and this is the BQEYZ Winter Mark II or version 2. Retail price for this is $320 and it's available from BQEYZ's website. So if you want to find out more, do check out the unaffiliated link down in the description below. So I've been using this for 2 weeks now, and I'm here to share with you guys my thoughts and opinions about this BQEYZ Winter Mark II. So let's begin first with the retail box. So this is the retail box. At the back here, there are some specifications. Let me read that out to you. The driver size for the dynamic driver is 12 millimeters. It's a hybrid IEM, so it comes with also a piezo driver, which is bone conducting. The impedance is 40 ohms, sensitivity is 113, frequency range is 5 to 40,000 hertz, cable length is 1.2 meters. It's a 2-pin connector type, and the termination plug comes with two options. One is a 3.5 millimeters and the other is a 4.4 millimeters. Okay, now inside the box you'll get a user guide, warranty card, and your usual paperwork. You will get this very nice leather casing. It's a hard shell casing. Inside here you get a brush, a cleaning brush to clean out the nozzle, a mesh pocket, a felt interior. Outside is a leather finish. I think it's PU leather. Yeah, it is PU leather with the embossing of the logo in front, and it's pretty huge and it protects your IEM. You can put your IEM in here together with your accessories, and you can carry your IEM around safely. You will get a bunch of ear tips, okay? A bunch of ear tips, two types from the stock ear tips. You got the atmosphere and the reference ear tips. Atmosphere ear tips are, well, basically a little bit more bassy on the low end. Reference ear tips don't really elevate much of the bass, but gives you a bit more air, right, in your song listening. And on top of that, it comes with a little bit upgraded ear tip. Is blue in color, which I'm using right now, and it sounds fantastic. Overall, I would say this is the best of the bunch, so try it out. For me, I prefer the one that is upgraded. And of course the cable. So this is a 4-core cable, and is terminated with an interchangeable termination, so you can change it out from 3.5 to 4.4, and they do give you an instruction on how to change it. Just to unscrew the ring here and then pull it out, and then just change out to the connector that you want, and then just screw it back in. So it's very straightforward and simple, nothing complicated. So I'm going to change back to the 3.5, and there's a notch here. Just make sure the notch matches the corresponding notch on the other side, and you're good to go. So let me just look for the notch, which is somewhere here. Okay, and then I'll just push it in and just screw it back in. So that's pretty simple. It's got a Y split here made of metal, a chin slider which is also made of metal, and ear hooks are actually pretty alright. It's not too stiff, not too soft as well. The overall is pretty comfortable on my ear, and as you can see, it's terminated with a 2-pin connector. Alright, so let's now talk about the IEMs itself and the design and build quality of this. And visually, the Winter Mark II continues the BQEYZ's trend of a sculptured shell, as you can see the design here, and it's very visually distinctive. The build feels very premium. The faceplate exhibits like a pattern marbled finish. And the shells appear to be, I think it's machined, made of high-grade aluminum, and there's no visible seams. I mean, there's a gap here, but it's not really visible. And overall, I would say the workmanship on this is very premium feeling. For the price of $320, it feels very nice, very well built. Even the nozzle is made of metal. Right, the inner shell is nice, and you got some vents here to release the pressure of the earphones when you put it in. So overall, I would say the build quality of this is fantastic for the price. Now in terms of fit and comfort, now the shell is a medium-sized shell, so for me, I would say it's actually pretty comfortable. It's just that the nozzle, right? The nozzle is a pretty, I would say, long. It goes into my ears, but not entirely. So I would say it wriggles a little bit, but it's comfortable when I have a good fit and a good adjustment for the earphones. So if you have small ears, I would say this will protrude out a little bit, and I would recommend to tip roll a little bit, find out which ear tips suits you. So a smaller tip would be a better option for smaller ears. Okay, so now let's talk about the technical performance of this. First, let's talk about the soundstage and imaging. The Winter2 delivers a very impressive soundstage, and the presentation is really fantastic. The width is well above average. The depth is far, though not a very deep kind of depth, but it's far enough to be a big room. Okay, the instruments placement on this is very clear, and the spatial cues are very well reproduced, and I can reliably trace the left and the right panning of the sound of my music, the layering of the strings, the ambient hall cues in classical music. And compared to many other IEMs, the imaging is very competent. And the detail retrieval is, I would say, fantastic. Subtle cymbal washes, ambient room revert tails, string pick attacks, vocal sibilants, all come through well with clarity. The treble extension contributes to this with a bit of sense of air, and you pick up more micro details. As for the resolution, is at the top end of this price point. It's fantastic resolution, and I would say it sounds like maybe $1,000 earphone, but it's only $300. So I would say in terms of resolution, it's really scoring a lot of points. In my opinion, and overall in terms of the technical performance for this, the staging, the imaging, the detail retrieval, and the resolution, it all is very, very strong suited on this IEM. Alright, so let's talk about the tone and timbre, this generally is a neutral sounding IEM with a slight brightness in the upper mids and the treble as well, which gives energy and the clarity. The bass wise is okay. It's not too bloated. It's a little bit warm, and it's got good note weight as well, and enough presence to give you a bit of enjoyment. Mids are clean, vocals are clear and warm. The timbre for vocals and instruments, they sound natural. Although on certain recordings the treble may be a bit laid back, I would say. The treble is a little bit laid back. It's a bit cooler as well, a bit warm. It's got that honey feel, and overall it's got this velvety tone that you might find a bit leaner compared to some other consumer rated IEMs. But from a technical point of view, this is actually fine. It gives me more fidelity, and it's a little bit light on the tone. It's natural sounding, and overall not too offensive, not too colored as well. Alright, so let's talk about the sound signature. I'll post my graph somewhere up here. Now in terms of the sub bass, the Winter2 offers a respectable sub bass extension and rumble. And it doesn't go too hyper slam or too bass hit kind of sub bass. So I would say the sub bass is just nice. For example, in electronic music, the bass drops, you feel the weight. But compared to some other bass emphasis IEM, this is a bit moderate, but it's got enough rumble to keep your toes tapping and your interests engaged. As for the mid bass, it's got a slight mid bass punch, enough to give the impact and impression for the mid bass. Kick drums and bass guitars have a good body as well, but however it is still a bit controlled. It's not overpowering, and it doesn't bleed into the mid, so it's actually a pretty strong rooted type of mid bass, and it's not too offensive. Now in terms of the mid range, the mids are clean, it's well resolving. The vocals, both male and female, come through with clarity and good presence and good note weight as well. In acoustic songs, I can hear natural decay and timbre as well, especially in strings, instruments and pianos. And there's minimal coloration to the vocals and instruments alike. And as for the pinna gain, this is a moderate pinna gain and upper ear resonance effect. The Winter2 presents a bit of an air and sparkle in the upper mids that gives you presence and also openness. It's not aggressive or fatiguing. It's quite energetic and it's noticeable. But if you're ultra sensitive to pinna gain, you might pick it up. For those who enjoy more of a bright and sparkle sound, this would be a pleasure to you. Now in terms of treble, is a strong point. It's got good extensions, cymbals, hi-hats, overheads, and ambient reflections are all very detailed and very airy as well. The tuning of this leans slightly to a treble forward kind of tuning compared to other purely neutral IEMs, which gives your tracks a sense of sparkle, but it remains controlled. And I didn't experience any major sibilance or harshness, although some tracks which are a bit on the brighter side in terms of mastering will emphasize the upper treble. So those who are treble sensitive, you might experience it on this IEM. Alright, so that's the overall sound signature of the BQEYZ Winter2. Let's compare this with some other IEMs, like for example the Moondrop Blessing 2. The Winter2 trades a bit of the ultra lush kind of mid warmth of the Blessing 2 for better clarity and treble extension. So in comparison, I would say the Blessing 2 would sound a bit more musical compared to the Winter2. The soundstage on the Winter2 is very wide, and is wider than the Blessing 2, and imaging is slightly a bit more assertive. And overall, I would say the Winter2 has got better technical performance as compared to the Moondrop Blessing 2. Overall, the sound signature is one that favors clarity, resolution, and openness over sheer warmth or bass slam. Alright, so let's conclude. Now, the Winter2, I would say, is a very strong performer in its price point, which is about $320. It brings together excellent build, accessories, very good fit and comfort for most users, and most importantly, outstanding technical performance. The tonal balance leans towards neutral to natural with a touch of brightness, which suits critical listening, review works, content creation, and a wide variety of genres. So if you are someone who enjoys warm, bass-heavy, V-shaped tuned IEMs, you might find this a little bit restrained, but if your priority is detail, soundstage, imaging, and accuracy, the Winter2 ticks a lot of boxes for you. So it's a highly recommended IEM from me that delivers fidelity, accuracy, and for those who appreciates the reference sound of an IEM, and it's a little bit on the fun side as well. So if you're one of those who likes this kind of tuning, this would be a very good option for you at $320 US. Alright, so that's my thoughts and opinions about this BQEYZ Winter2. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and also please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. My name's Ian. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in my next video. Cheers.